True news and reviews, man. We back with another one.
Yes, sir. Young Dolph's suspected
R.I.P. Young Dolph, man.
hitter, the
Yeah.
hitman that was alleged to have ordered the hit on Young Dolph, has been released on 90K bond. And it's ugly, man. The streets is talking, man. It's a lot of conspiracies swirling around that might have some merit to it. This guy was seen in pictures with Big Jook. That's what Yo Gotti's brother, they
And
say.
I think he's also the father of the rapper that was slain, the female rapper out of Houston,
Yeah,
Texas.
Lotto Desto or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the female rapper. Yeah, they say his
So
daughter paid the ultimate price. So Govan received a $90,000
but
bond
hold
on
on, hold on,
Thursday.
hold on,
Go
Ja.
ahead.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, man. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate just cracking 1,000, man. We had to really have a small celebration about that. We really appreciate all the viewers, man. And make sure y'all keep supporting, man. We giving it to
Yeah, we need to hit 2,000. Maybe we ain't hit that thousand in the first 12 months. So we need to hit 2,000 before 12 months. So help us reach that goal. But what I was trying to get to is he received that $90,000 bond on Thursday, May 11th, exactly 6 months after he was arrested in connection to the Memphis rapper's death. And yeah, he could have just paid $9,000 to get out. That's not that crazy. First, when you
That
hear ninety
is
thousand, it's like,
crazy. That's crazy for somebody who ordered the hit. If they got all of this information together, right? And you let that guy out.
well, let me say this: in America, he is innocent until proven guilty. We don't know the evidence against this guy.
Right, but this is a federal case, right?
I mean, I don't know. It looks like it don't look like a federal courtroom to
But
me.
that's a conspiracy. He got a conspiracy charge, though. It's a conspiracy to commit. And it's just, it still seems, yeah, it says right here he got charged with attempt first degree murder and conspiracy to commit. That's seems hefty, man. Seems hefty.
Well, yeah, it's the state charging him. They're talking about the state charging him. He's
Oh, it's
played not
state
guilty to
charge.
all charges, and he's moved on
Okay.
from his former attorney Bill Massey in favor of Atlanta-based attorney Manny Aurora. That was interesting because if I don't know why you would want an Atlanta-based attorney if you're trying to do something in Memphis. I would think that you want somebody that has established some real roots in Memphis. But I'll continue. While we can't get into the facts of the case, the judge has instructed us not to. I do support Mr. Govan's plea of not guilty, and that's why I took the case. So his lawyer is speaking confidently, kind of letting his nuts hang. Court records from the May 11th appearance before Judge Lee Coffey state that the state has more clearly determined the role that the defendant played in the alleged conspiracy, and safety and medical concerns exist that militate in favor of alternative custody arrangements for the defendant. What that means to me is he's safer on the streets than he would be in jail because of retaliation that could come from him being in jail. That's all that says. It says safety and medical concerns exist. It could be a private medical event that he has going on, but he's a young guy. He's only 43 years old. So I mean, you can't tell from looking at somebody, but I suspect that it's something about retaliation. I'll continue. The court document also states that the family of Young Dolph was made aware of the bond agreement and stands behind the state's recommendations and these actions. The important thing is that we have consulted with the family and they understand why we're doing what we're doing and they approve, said Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy. I would like to understand why the family was on board with this. Do they just trust the process? Do they want him to be susceptible to getting hit on the streets, or do they not want him to take the easy way out? Maybe the family wants this guy to do time. Maybe they don't want somebody to just maybe shank him in the state, you know, or county jail, wherever the hell he's at. He's probably at the jail now. He don't want they don't want it to go down like that. So I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, cause he
Particular
in
to
the state. Yeah, he's
yeah,
in the state. He right there with people who they really love Dolph, so they can really get to him. So yeah, I mean,
yeah. I
this is
mean,
an alarming case, man. But I got a question for you. Do
yeah.
you think this will tie back to CMG? Yo Gotti.
That's the real question. We really have to wait and see. I know there's going to be a lot of speculation right now, but I'm waiting until I see the discovery. But it does point in that direction. What they're saying they know is that they're acting like they got evidence that he ordered those two guys to shoot Young Dolph when he was at the cookie restaurant. We know that. The reason why they're going to connect this guy to Young Dolph is because they've seen him in pictures with Big Jook. But I mean, come on, Memphis is a big place. There's a lot of reasons why those guys could have been in a picture together. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, um, if uh if anybody remembers, I'm gonna share something with you. I'm gonna just bring it back just to flesh this out a little bit. This is an old article from allhiphop.com, right? The other one was from Fox 13 that we just read. Want to be careful about making sure we cite our sources. Are Young Dolph's alleged killers really connected to CMG Records? The net investigates. Now, the net be good at cracking cases better than the cops sometimes, but there's an old photo of Yo Gotti's brother standing next to the alleged mastermind and of Young Dolph's death, and the internet went crazy about it. So Hernandez Govan, he is the father of Lotta Cash Desto, that was recently killed. We don't know if that's connected, but people are putting that together. You know, she was in this. I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much, but Big Jook is the older brother of Yo Gotti, and fans are wondering why he's standing side by side with Govan. The date and the date the photo was taken remains unknown. However, Jook is wearing what appears to be an iced out collective music group pendant. Not to mention the beef between Yo Gotti and Dolph was no secret. There was also another shooting that took place. Um, there was another shooting that took place with a guy uh, by the name of Howard Keon Wright. That's a Yo Gotti's affiliate, you know, and he admitted to being involved in the 2016 shooting in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? He's a known associate of Yo Gotti, and he shot into the lobby and into an occupied. It was 40 to 50 shots into a lobby of a Hyatt and two occupied vehicles, and they stopped him, and he admitted it that he did it. And Yo Gotti was in town that time, so they think that he was the intended target. Maybe it was like a mistaken target thing because Yo Gotti didn't get hit in that incident, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He was tied in close to it. So it's one of those situations where people are putting the pieces together. I think it's just a countdown at this point to see how much this guy is going to tell. He's facing a lot of time. To be
Yeah.
the only person that he could tell is if somebody they're saying he gave the two guys to go ahead. Maybe he's saying I was just the middleman with the paper. You know what I'm saying? The money came from over here. Maybe this guy
Yeah.
had his own issue with Young Dolph that's unrelated, and him and Yo Gotti just happen to be friends. Sometimes your ops just happen to be friends. It ain't like they necessarily working in league to get at you, but they might both be cool. That happens
Mm,
sometimes.
yeah, but this one smells just, it seems fishy, from all of the drama that, Young Dolph said about Yo Gotti. And
Yeah, even
knowing Broward, though, like I always hear, people in the street say, sometimes you gotta lay on them. Sometimes you gotta lay on them. That means like you gotta give it some time.
bro,
You don't react,
that's absolutely
immediately.
absolutely true. This could be a long play, and honestly, I don't even know if people get caught for this kind of thing. I mean, how long have these guys been going back and forth? Remember when Black Youngster was accused of being the guy who rented the car that was used in the shooting of Young Dolph another time when he had the honey
Yeah,
shots?
right. It's
That's
like
another CMG artist. So how many times can stuff like this happen before it's like
it was
I've
like
never
two
seen
other
Yo.
time, right? It was a couple other times they ran him down at the mall and shot him in the butt. It
Yeah,
was
so
just
so if I wanted to play devil's advocate, I could say, listen, man, Yo Gotti must be innocent. If all of these rumors have been swirling around for so long and Yo Gotti still ain't been picked up, he can't really have nothing to do with this. These are just uh independent actors, doing what they do. Just because he's a professional businessman that runs a record label that's associated with some street guys that are claiming CMG, that doesn't
that
mean
could
that
be
he's the
his
master. He's the puppet master of all of this.
right. Yeah, that could be that case too.
Yeah, and I heard some internet content creators out there speaking on him, changing lawyers and the first lawyer being a CMG lawyer, and now he's switching to another lawyer, so maybe he could look. Fannie Willis used to be a YSL attorney. If you really want to get technical, guys switch attorneys for all kinds of reasons, and sometimes attorneys happen to represent people in the same camp. It doesn't necessarily mean that that attorney is a
Wait.
CMG
So you
attorney.
trying to tell me Fannie Willis? Well, we're gonna stay on here, but
Well,
that's
well, well, no. Well, just to give some context of what I said, Fannie Willis at one point represented uh, YSL Mondo in a case.
okay.
And now Fannie Willis was the one who brought the RICO charges against YSL
That
because
may
she
be a
became
conflict of
a
interest.
it,
Yeah.
it could be, but what I'm trying to tell you is attorneys, prosecutors, they're all in the same pool. So just because this attorney represented CMG people, it doesn't I'm not yet convinced that that's a CMG attorney, and him switching attorney means that he ain't fucking with CMG anymore and now he's ready to start uh
Right.
telling or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody tells at this point. I'm just saying I'm gonna wait till more facts is concrete before I jump to conclusion. I like to wait till that discovery is out there. I want to see what evidence they really got against this guy.
Right. But from what I see from the incidents he been in through before, it just seems that the CMG label is,
Yeah, you'd be
seem like
crazy to
they
think
got some. Yeah, you'd be crazy to think
thinking
like
that like
this
that doesn't
ain't
seem funny that all of these people associated with CMG name keep coming up with incidents that are somehow related to Dolph. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep, man. It's deep, but
it's deep.
there's
Yeah.
people doing good work on this, doing deep dives on it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all
Shout
go
out to
ahead and
Steady Nash. Yeah.
yeah, shout out to Seti Nash. Uh, let's see what comes of this, man. Let us know what y'all think. Educate us. Let us know what theories y'all got out there, what the streets is saying about this, and
Yeah.
we'll
We'll
follow
catch
it
y'all
as
on
it
the next one.
develops. Yeah.
For real.